So, you're searching for a very fast way to the highest level in Hogwarts Legacy. Unlock the best spells and gear in the game to become the most feared wizard or witch of all time. Well, you've come to the right place, as in this video you're gonna have it all. From quickly leveling up early game to gaining a ton of experience over the long term, there are plenty of different ways how you can do this, and some of them are much more efficient than others, while they also stop giving you experience entirely at a certain point. So you wanna know what to focus on, and depending on where you're currently at, early, mid or late game, I'm gonna show you different ways to farm for these. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Before we get started, it would be very much appreciated if you can leave a like if you enjoy watching my content and share your thoughts in the comments down below after watching this video, as it helps out the channel big time. Very much appreciated. One of the first, easiest ways to gain a ton of experience, and you're gonna be surprised, but this is even more efficient than taking part in combat, completing duelist challenges, but this is by simply collecting field guide pages, which can be found both in and around the castle, and there are literally hundreds of them. Especially early game, you're gonna be spending a lot of time inside the castle itself, explore different floors, and then you definitely want to focus on spamming that Revelio ability, as every time when you're close to one, you will hear this bell sound, and the closer you get, the louder the sound becomes as well, and if you're super close, the page will basically be revealed, and you can easily interact with it, which in return rewards you with a whopping 80 experience for every single page. And in Hogwarts alone, that's already 150, but if you want to locate them outside the castle walls very quickly as well, you want to follow the same method. Just use Revelio when exploring out in the open on your broom, and this will already mark their location on the minimap. As you can see, after doing some flybys, I currently still have a field guide page to collect right here, as well as one right here in the distance. You simply use the Floo Flame quick travel, then cast Revelio, and you will see them in the distance. Look at that, it's right next to this guy. So if we dismount, we know it is going to be exactly right here. So voila, field guide page complete, another 80 experience. Next up, we have the battle arenas, without doubt one of the fastest ways to quickly gain a ton of experience for those first talent points early game, as right here you're gonna get so many levels if you do it right, which can be found a little bit to the northwest of Hogsmeade. So right here at the Floo Flame called East North Hogwarts region, you're gonna find the Dark Arts Battle Arena. We're gonna talk about this one in a second, as only people with the deluxe edition basically have access to this place. If you go a little bit more to the north though, to this specific flame, East North Fort Bog, right here you're gonna find another battle arena, which is accessible for everyone. Well, if you're already a little bit further in the game, you basically want to visit the southern part of Feldcroft, as right here you will find another battle arena with many more challenges. And what's so crazy about these, including the Dark Arts Battle Arena, is that you will find many different creatures in here, and they actually give you a ton of experience if, very important, big if you haven't completed all the challenges yet. So inside the battle arenas, you basically have to deal with different waves, which are all filled with many different enemies. And what's really good about this is that every creature you defeat inside the arena also comes with its own combat challenges. So right here we've got defeat Dugbugs or goblins, inferi, spiders, trolls, mongrels, etc. And after you've defeated 10, let's say, you will have the first challenge completed, which also gives you experience. But after you've done every single one of them, you will stop getting bonus experience for killing said creatures. Of course, bigger foes like trolls will still give you some experience, but they will give you a lot less in comparison with other things which we're going to talk about in a second. But what still is interesting if you're fighting in the arena is that you can complete dueling feats, which are the smaller challenges which pop up during every single round, which ask you to, for example, disarm an enemy when he's casting a certain spell, or deflect a boulder back to the troll, let's say, which all give you a nice amount of experience, but this is only 35. So once again, very important, don't listen to people saying that this is the hands down best place to farm, as once you've done all the challenges, you will basically stop getting experience from them entirely. And yeah, talking about challenges, the field guide pages themselves are also part of challenges. So the more you collect, the more rewards you can unlock, but at a certain point you've unlocked them all. One of the most important things you want to do to gain a ton of experience as well are the Merlin Trials, which are also important to do if you want to expand your inventory, carry more gear with you. And this is also unlocked pretty early in the game, while there are plenty of them scattered around the entire world. It will usually take about 30 seconds to a minute to complete, so you can gather a lot of experience with this. Once again, 80 experience for every trial completed. What's pretty similar but slightly easier to complete are these ancient magic traces, once again found all over the map, and for these you only have to search for 3 different locations where you're gonna have to pick up this liquid, and then you will be rewarded with 100 experience. You won't find as many of these, but definitely super interesting to quickly gain a ton of experience while you're flying around with your broom, solving Merlin trials and collecting ancient magic traces. You should also keep an eye open for landing platforms, astronomy tables, and balloons, as all of them also give you a nice amount of experience. Landing platforms are so easy once again, 80 experience every time when you simply land on them. That is basically it. You won't find many of those, but same counts for the astronomy tables, where you have to solve a little puzzle, let's say, where you have to align the stars with what you're basically seeing in the scope. Popping balloons is pretty straightforward as well. You just want to fly through every single one of them, and every set of 5 will give you some experience. And the cool thing is, as a reward, you can also unlock different types of brooms. But the most efficient way to literally get experience for either the early, mid, or late game is to basically combine all these methods together, to just farm for field pages while you're also solving Merlin trials, collecting ancient magic traces while you're at it, and also popping some balloons here and there, landing on platforms, and checking out the astronomy tables. If you do all this at the same time while exploring the world and collecting some new flue flames, you will be max level in no time, as the world is filled with all these different things and they are actually very close to each other. So if you get 80 experience every time when you complete one of these, well, it's not gonna take a lot of time before you hit max level. If you're still very early in the game, I would absolutely recommend to visit one of the battle arenas, as if you still have a lot of challenges to do, well, this is for sure gonna be your fastest way to level up and gaining a ton of talent points. Talking about talent points, some of them can actually contribute to making the XP farming so much more efficient. Get your hands on talent points even quicker. For example, Revelio. This one increases the range of the spell, which basically allows you to detect not only treasure, but also field guide pages, traces of magic, Merlin trials, everything basically what gives you more experience a little bit easier from a much longer range. Right here we also have Swift if you want to quickly move from one place to the next, especially where you're not allowed to use your broom. This one is gonna come in very handy for quick travel, both in and around the castle. Another great tip is when you zoom out on your map, you can basically see all the different places with collection chests, Merlin trials, ancient magic traces, and astronomy tables. So if you want to search for a place where you still have a lot to do, this is going to help out big time, while you can definitely tell that Hogwarts has most of them. A total of 150 field guide pages, while for the astronomy tables themselves, you're going to have to do a little bit more flying around, including for those balloons. So there you have it, the fastest ways to level up in Hogwarts Legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you found this info valuable. And of course, if you want to be here for the long term, stay in the loop with future content, don't hesitate to subscribe, as there is a lot more coming your way. Right now though, it's 4 AM out. I want to wish you an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.